Hello, Professor Kurth. This is my SDAIE. It's Robert Garrow. This is my SDAIE presentation. As far as what it is, it's a grade 6 class. I'll be in science and I'll be teaching the water cycle. And as far as craft and structure and CCSS and ELA standards literacy, it'll be RST.6/8.4, and that's determining the meanings of symbols, key terms, and other domain-specific words and phrases as they are used in special scientific or technical content relative to grades 6 through 8 texts and topics. Also, the CCS label parts of the water diagram, that is 8-CC.1. And then EL standards will be talking about selecting and applying varied and precise vocabulary and language structures to effectively convey ideas, and also listen actively to spoken English in a range of social and academic topics. As far as my SDAIE strategies, I'll be using visualizing, verbalizing, brainstorming, and graphic organizers. The goal of this segment, it is a unit on water and the water cycle. So that's we're going to develop up an understanding of water and the water cycle, the physical and chemical properties of water, and how it moves around our planet. Besides the science of the lesson is designed for ELs to see, hear, read, write, and speak English as much as possible and as many different ways as possible throughout the lesson. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Superhero Monday. How was everybody's weekend? Everybody freeze up your water bottle. Excellent. So, while you guys are getting out your science books, we need our science books out. Please, you're not using that right now, so get it out on your desk, so leave that closed. Get your Chromebooks up and working. While you're doing that, let's go through our daily questions. Water freezes at 32 degrees. Water boils at 100 degrees. Very good. How many feet in a mile? 5,280. How many yards in a mile? 1,760. Very good. How far is it to the moon? 236,000 miles. Very good. How far to the sun? 93 million miles. Very good, guys. Light travels at 186,000 miles a second. Very good, Danny. Very good. How deep is the ocean? 35,000 feet. How many people have been to the bottom of the ocean at that point? 2. Guys, only 2 people have been to the bottom of the ocean. How many people have walked on the moon? 12. 12 men have walked on the moon. 6 different Apollo missions. Anyway, kind of funny that 70% of our planet is covered in water. We've only investigated 5% of it, and only 2 humans have ever been to the bottom of our ocean, but 12 humans have walked on the moon. I think that's kind of a little funky. So guys, today we are going to start a new unit on the water cycle. What we're going to do, start off with, we've got a basic worksheet we're going to go through. You see it right here. We're going to go through that in our groups. We're going to break up into our groups of 5 here in a minute. We're going to go through that basic water cycle. By the end of this unit, we are going to have a much more in-depth water cycle. You also have your vocabulary list in front of you. That's there as well. Now, guys, we have these written down, or we have these worksheets to complete. So I want you to complete these worksheets. The vocabulary is going to expand as we go along, but what I want to have happen is you complete those worksheets and then you transfer it into your Chromebooks. You're going to have 2 copies of it. You're going to have the electronic copy on your Chromebook, and you're also going to have your paper copies. You're going to hand in both at the end of the unit, all right? I want to see those paper copies as well. Okay, so as far as water freezing and whatnot, guys, that is a key concept in science. If water did not expand like it does, normally in our molecules, when we were talking about molecules in motion, remember when they had more energy, they were expanded out, they had more room to move and stuff like that. And when they got colder, they contracted, just like us, they contracted and we tried to stay warm and everything else. Water's a little different because of its crystalline structure. As it freezes, it expands by 9%. So that's going to be one of our key questions, our daily starter questions. Water expands by 9% in the future, so remember that. All right. Now that means in weathering, when we're doing our rocks and stuff, weathering down and breaking up, water gets in there. Sometimes it freezes in the winter, it expands a little bit, cracks open the rocks. If water didn't float on the top of a lake, if it sunk instead, it would kill all of the animals in the lake and stuff like that, or the ocean. So the fact that ice floats is a huge concept in science, and we're going to go through that, and we're going to get much more comfortable with that. All right, guys. So let's break into our groups. We're going to be 3 minutes. We're going to get that basic worksheet done. We're going to come back and we're going to talk about that. All right, guys.